Hello and welcome to Panastudio NZ. In this video we're going to look at Panasonic's CO2 hot water heat system, which is powered by Panasonic heat pumps, giving you a much more efficient and eco-friendly way to heat your water, saving you money and contributing to a more sustainable planet. First, let's take a look at how a heat pump works. Traditionally, your heat pump system will often comprise of an indoor unit, an outdoor unit, and refrigerant piping. Heat is gathered by your outdoor unit through a heat exchanger and transferred to the indoor unit where it is delivered into your house. The hot water system works in basically the same way with a few minor differences. The CO2 heat pump is placed on the outside of your house, same as before. Then you have the hot water tank, which is connected to the heat pump via hot water pipes and can be installed either inside or outside the house. The heat pump collects heat from the ambient air same as before, but transfers this heat within the CO2 unit and into the water pipes, which is then transferred into the hot water tank until the water is needed. Hot water heating has many names, terms and applications. Unfortunately, there is no industry standard yet, as it is new territory for the industry. Panasonic have another system called the Aquaria air-to-water system, which provides space heating such as underfloor and radiator heating, as well as hot water heating. But for today's video, we're going to focus solely on the CO2 hot water heat pump, which is for domestic hot water heating only. Let's take a closer look at the CO2 heat pump system. First of all the CO2 gas specifically used in this system is called R744, which has a GWP or global warming potential of 1. In comparison to other commonly used gases, R290 gas has a GWP of 3. R32, which is used in traditional air-to-air heat pumps, has a GWP of 675. And R410A gas, which is used on all commercial systems, has a GWP of 2088. The outdoor unit itself has its refrigerant sealed inside. This heats the water, which is then transferred to a hot water cylinder. What this means for you is that you do not have to be a refrigerant specialist to install one of these units. The system is able to achieve a high COP of 6.1, which makes it one of the most highest efficiency refrigerants available for water heating. Rated at 6.5 kilowatts of heat output means you get faster heating as well. The outdoor unit also operates at 37 decibels, which in noise terms is somewhere between a whisper and a library, if you can imagine a library where people are quietly reading and learning. As I mentioned before, the water tank itself can be installed either outside or inside, which gives you some flexibility for your install. And it can save up to 80% on your hot water bill compared to a traditional electric heated system, which is amazing. The full kit is sold with a reclaimed 250 litre water tank and a controller. On the controller, there are 6 modes that you need to be aware of. Continuous, which is between 37 and 59 degrees. The way that this works is it measures the water temperature at the bottom of the tank, and when that temperature gets down to 37 degrees, it turns on the heating until it reaches 59 degrees. Hours off peak, which is on between 10 PM and 7 AM only. 6 hours off peak, which is on between 12 AM and 6 AM only, and 6 hours daytime, which is on between 10 AM and 4 PM. You can also set up 2 independent timers that are of your choice, and a one-shot boost button which turns on the heater until it reaches 59 degrees. So, how does a hot water heat pump work? Firstly, the tank is installed like any regular tank in your house. This means that cold water enters at the bottom of the tank, which is the same as a normal hot water cylinder. The CO2 unit then pulls cold water from the bottom of the tank. The compressor then pulls the heat from the ambient air temperature and concentrates it into heat energy into the CO2 refrigerant, which is then transferred to the water. The outdoor unit then pumps this hot water back into the top of your hot water cylinder. The controller continuously measures the temperature from the bottom of the tank and repeats the cycle until the cylinder probe reaches 59 degrees Celsius. Water can then be taken from the top of the tank where it's at its hottest and delivered to your home. Reviewing the Panasonic hot water heat pump system, you can see that it can be installed in almost any place. The outdoor unit must remain outside, however the tank can be mounted both internally or externally, giving you greater flexibility and the time to install. At 37 decibels, it's extremely quiet and has an operating temperature of between -10 degrees up to 43 degrees Celsius using the CO2 gas. And we have a GWP of 1, which is great for the environment. When looking at some alternative systems, there is an all-in-one system which must be installed in a non-living space. This means it has to be installed outside. It also has a decibel rating of 45, making it much louder, and an R290 gas giving you a GWP of 3. Another alternative system is the monoblock, which also must be located outside in a non-living space. This can only be installed from -7 degrees up to 45 degrees and uses the R290 gas, again with a GWP of 3. Both of these systems are heavier, louder, and must be installed outside. The last alternative system is a split system. This has an outdoor unit which has to be put outside, however the tank can be put either outside or inside. It runs at 52 decibels, which is much louder than the Panasonic system, and also uses the R32 gas, giving it a GWP of 650. And finally, it has got a refrigerant loop between the outdoor unit and the indoor unit, which means it has to be installed by an AC specialist. It is using the R32 gas, and because of this, it is limited to 55 degrees maximum temperature. In order to get up to 60 or 65 degrees for the hot water, it must use a heating element located within the tank, which makes it less efficient than any of the other systems. So here are the key takeaways from the Panasonic hot water heat pump system. You have a flexible install due to the nature of the indoor-outdoor tank, a GWP of 1, which makes it great for the environment, and it's highly efficient and extremely quiet. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you do have any additional questions, please contact your local Panasonic rep or check us out online at panasonic.com.